Yeah, it was a tough night. They played really well. We made a lot of errors. Put ourselves under enormous pressure for most of the game, but not taking anything away from the Kiwis, they played very well.
Was that the problem at the end, just not enough gas after the amount of defence you did first?
I think we had some gas. I think we showed it with the last 2 tries we scored. The desire and everything was still there, but like I said, the Kiwis played really well. They come with a game plan and made it really hard for us.
What were your thoughts after the first 10 minutes now? It looked like it was going to be cricket scoring.
I worry about those sort of starts, to be honest with you. Experience tells me that that you got to keep on sticking to your plan and keep on getting the kick and keep on getting field position. And when that error came at the around the 12-minute mark, we didn't touch the ball again for another 10, 12 minutes. So sustained pressure through that first half. They had all the momentum, and I reckon it was a bit of a miracle that we're actually in front at half time, to come back. So that's great resolve by the team, but we did over about 220 tackles in that first half, which is way above the normal really. So and I was really proud of the team at half time, the way they hung in there and defended and get in front at half time, and then just ran out of gas, I reckon. Just those little things, So, we found some energy at the back end of the game, chasing points, but I think it told, through that middle part of that second half.
Losing Link here, did that contribute?
Oh, it doesn't help. He's one of our spine, one of our key guys, and instrumental in our left side. And the way they attacked early in the piece, and losing him didn't help. But we're not going to use that as an excuse. He's fine. Yeah, so he's got a head knock, and he's quite coherent. A little bit disappointed like the rest of us, but he's fine.
Now, was a performance like that something you worry about considering the turnover players?
No, we worry about that all the time as coaches, so we kind of, with our preparation, although our preparation was excellent, all week, and considering we got some new faces, I thought everyone gelled really well. Everyone's pretty happy with the way we trained, and it just didn't work out well for us today. The other side were too good.
What did they do that was so good, Kiwis tonight?
Well, they completed sets. So at the end of the day, I think they had nearly 60% of possession. So in field position. So I don't think we even got into the opposition's 20 in the first half. So they controlled the ruck, they controlled field position, they controlled possession. They did everything right. Michael Maguire, we're very happy with the way they played.
Were you looking to make changes, or is it
No. I can't fault the effort and attitude and desire the players had tonight. We just need to execute better.
David, I was one of the fittest blokes going around. He actually had a spell there. Was it just?
Well, he's over 40 tackles with still 20 minutes to go. So he was targeted, by the opposition, and I did a really good job on him. I felt at that time was fairly even. The scores, and I felt having a bit of a spell and put him on for last 10 or 12 minutes might have a positive effect on the team. That was the only reason, really.
When you scored that try right at the end of the first half, did you expect the Kiwis to come up with that lead? Did you think they would fall in the second half?
We didn't talk about the Kiwis really. We talked about how well we went. From an attitude point of view. Things we need to improve on. And we just had to start well that second half. That's probably the focus. Try to wrestle the momentum away from the Kiwis. But again, they did very well, and we couldn't do it.
I don't know who's in the other team tonight for Joey Marnie, so maybe you're taking his test over a pretty great game, didn't he?
Yeah, really impressive. The way he's come on this year for us at the Roosters, I think, for the back end of the NRL season for us, he was enormous. Massive reason why we won the comp, and he's well deserving of his position in that Kiwi side, and I think he showed why he deserves to be there.
You had a close-up view of the Latrell and Joey Marnie battle. It must have been good. Latrell had a great game as well.
Yeah, look, them boys train against each other all the time, left and right there. So I'm sure both of them would have been really excited for tonight to come up against each other, and I thought they played really well.
Now, with such a big build up to next week's game and all the focus on that, was there any concern that?
No, we didn't even talk about the Tongan side. We just worried about our cohesion and the game coming up. Our focus was 100% on the Kiwis. So again, we're not looking for any excuses tonight. We were beaten by a team that executed their plays a lot better than what we did.
We had 14 points down with not too long to go. You gave yourself a chance to steal the play. What was said in those moments?
Yeah, look, just to stay calm and have a look around at the plays that we got in our side, and I think that we showed through the game that when we did hold the ball and executed our sets right, we come away with some points and we're really damaging there. So that was my main message, is to stay confident, stay calm, and if we can complete our sets, get to our kicks, put a bit of pressure on the Kiwis, and we can give this game a shake. And can't fault the effort. Like Mal said, there was everything from defence and turning up was outstanding. I thought it was just our little areas in our ball control, a bit of discipline, didn't help us through the game. So that's something that we need to fix going into next week.
Now, it's a tough result for you, but what does this result do for International League?
I hate losing, to be honest with you. I think we all do, So, obviously, the papers tomorrow and the media tomorrow will be talking about the Kangaroos are vulnerable, and we're at a stage in our transition, I guess you call that we've got a bit of work to do. So, but I can assure you that we'll be ready for next week.
Well, just touching on that, it's not an excuse for the likes of Cameron Smith not being out there, but did you notice there at any stage just on his presence? Feel any different?
Well, I don't think you can replace a bloke like Cameron Smith. I mean, just his experience, and everyone knows the player he is. He's one of the best in the game. So, but in saying that, we picked a side that is in some really good form this year. Damien Cook has been one of the best players in the NRL this year. And I thought he played really good tonight. Made a lot of tackles, done a lot of work, a lot of cleaning up for us. He was good out of hooker when he had his opportunities. But at the same time, he doesn't have that experience of Cameron Smith. But he turned up today and done a really good job for the Kangaroos.
Matt, how important is getting another week with these guys, considering?
I'm looking forward to it. Even before this game, I was excited with the talent in the footy team. And it's not about attitude. It's not about character. It's just another week with the players, with these great players, and melding and forming cohesive unit that I think will get better, definitely.
Did you take a lot out of the fact that even despite the possession?
Yeah, I loved it. I loved their attitude. I loved the way they kept on hanging in there. I loved the way that we nearly won the footy game. You know what I mean? So yeah, they did everything right tonight except execute well. And that's a footy thing. It's not a between the ears thing. It's not a physical thing. It's just we need to execute better.
Mel, can you remember a team in your recent coaching history with Kangaroos or Queensland having to defend so much in the game and to do so much tackling?
A few times with Queensland over the years, but I think like the final of the World Cup last year is a really good example. How to and fro it was, how quick it was. The difference between the grand final of the World Cup and tonight was that we executed and we completed 90%. We had to complete at 90% to win that game. Tonight we completed at 68%. So you leave yourself a bit of work to do, when you haven't got the football.
Now, obviously this one's things, but looking forward to next week. What do you expect from that game and the build up to that game, sort of flags and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah, no, we're just concentrating on ourselves again. We know what's coming. We know how committed they're going to be. So we'll be ready for it. Physically and mentally. we'll just work on ourselves and make sure we understand, you know, well, not understand, but, you know, we need to complete better.
From being out there on the park, what do you feel was different about the Kiwi side tonight than perhaps the Kiwi side the last couple of years?
Look, I just think they were really enthused, you know, for them playing at home in front of their home crowd. They come out with a lot of energy. We expected that, and you know they played better than us tonight in all the little areas. They got to their kicks. They completed well and defended their line pretty good.
What do you expect from next week's game?
Probably more of the same. They're going to be enthused. They're obviously pretty proud of where they come from. You know, that's well documented. But you know, we've seen, you know, through last year's World Cup of, you know, how good a side they are and their fan base that's here in New Zealand as well, and that's really good for the international game. But like Mal touched on, I think it's about us and you know, preparing the best way we can to go and play our best football on Saturday against the Tongan team.
Do you think they think that you're vulnerable?
Oh mate, I don't know. You'll have to ask them that.
Okay.
Now, do you reckon they think you're vulnerable?
I think they think we're beatable. Yeah.
Thank you.
So you don't play footy if you're not beatable.